Hello there, welcome to my channel Mo Moon Tarot. Welcome, my name is Mo Moon. Today I'm going to be doing a tarot and oracle card reading for the week of Monday, December 13 to Sunday, December 19, 2021. We have a full moon on Saturday, December 18, a full moon in the sign of Gemini. And I do feel like this week will be, with the full moon in Gemini, a very important week for communication and getting our point across to the people that we communicate with, being clear about our messages, really thinking about our messages, what we're telling people. And a full moon is also brings a lot of bounteous energy, brings a lot of luck, abundance, magic. So we might be having some really deep conversations this week with people and really feeling like the energy of communication is flowing and like we are eager to have those deep conversations, those eloquent conversations, those philosophical conversations. So yeah, so let's get our cards for the collective energy. I have a friend named Tara from the YouTube channel Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and she often, with her monthly readings, says that she's just one of the many people reading the energy of the collective, and that even though you may not experience the energy that she's talking about, or even that I'm talking about in this video, that there are different energies and that everybody is just tapping into one or a few or several of the different energies that are actually taking place on this planet. And so I want to remind you of that I'm just going to be tapping into specific energies, but it doesn't mean that there aren't other energies out there, and that you might not, it doesn't mean that you might not feel other energies as well as maybe what I'm talking about in this video. So as I was shuffling the cards, I just want to let you know I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake, artwork by Elizabeth Alba, and I'm using the Everyday Witch Oracle by Deborah Blake, artwork by Elizabeth Alba. I got these decks from my sister for the Christmas season last year. So as I was talking, Justice, card number 11, came out. So Justice is about truth. It's about being on the side of truth. And also, because of the full moon in Gemini that's coming up, I feel like Justice is also about speaking your truth. And Justice has the scales. So a strong message for this week with the Justice card is about speaking your truth, but also finding your balance through communication. We have the Three of Swords. So there could be an underlying energy of heartache this week. There could be an underlying energy of wanting to heal, wanting to do shadow work, wanting to put aside our heartache, wanting to put aside our sadness, but also that it's there. This card is saying with the Three of Swords that the energy of sadness is there this week, and that you may struggle with feeling sad, feeling discouraged, feeling heartbroken, feeling, mournful even. But these are just underlying energies. So it doesn't mean that it's actually going to be present in the collective. It just means that personally we may experience that underlying heartache or sadness. But with the Justice card, it's very important to remember that we can communicate our sadness with the people that we trust around us and find a sense of balance. And the other card that came out is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is almost like a card of burnout. As you see here, all the wands are kind of sizzling. They've got smoke coming out of them. This Nine of Wands card is looking like an individual who's been, beaten up, bruised, battered, gone through quite a struggle. So perhaps you will be reminded this week of situations where you were struggling, where you You know, you came out surviving, but maybe not thriving. And also about boundaries, learning through your struggles, you know, how to put up those boundaries so that you won't be hurt again. So those are 3 underlying energies for this week. Now let's get our cards. Let's get an oracle card, and then we'll get our cards for the week ahead. Maybe like an oracle card to kind of sum up these 3 cards: Justice, card number 11 of the major arcana, the 9 of wands, and the 3 of swords. Let's get an oracle card, please, universe, to kind of tie those energies together and tell us what the overall story is with Justice, the 9 of wands, and the 3 of swords. Earth magic. So I feel like with Justice, the 9 of wands, and the 3 of swords, we are being reminded of earth magic. We are being reminded that we are here on this earth, and that the earth is not the only planet, but that while we're here on this earth, it feels like our whole life revolves around everything on earth. And it does. It does in a certain sense. So it's important to remember that even though you may be going through situations like the 9 of wands and the 3 of swords, with the Justice card and with earth magic, it's about remembering that you're here to learn how to be human. You're here to evolve, to transform, to transcend, sometimes transcending your body and how you're feeling in your body, to reach a higher sense of enlightenment, but while always staying within, you know, within this earthly plane. It doesn't mean you can't transcend to other dimensions through your spirit. It just means that it's important to remember this week that it's also important to stay grounded. You can transcend to different realms, but it's important to always come back to the earth and to remember that you live here, you reside here, you are here to learn, you are here to feel comfortable in your body, to do the work that it takes to overcome sadness, overcome difficulties, and speak your truth. So earth magic. So now let's get our cards for the week. So Monday, December 13. Monday, December 13. Oh, that didn't come out. Monday, December 13, Tuesday, December 14, Wednesday, December 15, Thursday, December 16, 2021. Can't believe we're almost at the end of 2021. Thursday, December 16. Friday, December 17. That just flew out. Saturday, December 18, which is the full moon in Gemini. Saturday, December 18. Universe. This came out here. And Sunday, December 19. I'm going to turn them all over, and then I'll just read what I see from the specific story about the cards. Okay. So Monday we have the moon, and the moon is the only major arcana that we have this week besides Justice, which was an underlying energy for what we will be experiencing this week and the lesson that we need to learn about speaking our truth and being on the side of truth. But we have the moon, which talks about shadow side, shadow self, things that maybe we might be uncertain about. This is for Monday. I also feel a strong sense to magic on Monday with the moon card, because we're going to have the full moon in Gemini on Saturday, December 18. We are being reminded to pay attention to that energy come Monday, because on Saturday we will have that full moon energy. So try to think about something that you can do to honor the goddess in her full form as a full moon, and try to think about how you can use the power of the full moon to work through your week in a more magical way. And I also see there's going to be time for rest and recuperation in order to be in a busy situation where there's a lot of choices to make. Also, putting our emotions in check. Oh, I didn't realize we have the world in reverse on Friday, the world in reverse. I don't usually read reversals, but because this was in reverse and I don't know how it got that way, I will read it in reverse. I feel like the world in reverse for Friday is telling us to pay attention to our own specific world, and not so much to overcoming the world in general, but just paying attention to our own specific worlds and how the things that we do, how the things that we take part in affect us as individuals, for you as an individual, paying attention to the specifics of your life. And the Five of Swords on Saturday, which is quite interesting because Saturday is the full moon in Gemini and we have the Five of Swords. And I know that the Five of Swords can seem like a sad card because the fives are usually having to do with sadness or grief or loss or difficulties, and it can be that way. I do feel like that's a strong energy on Saturday, but I also feel like the Five of Swords reminds us to remember how to be positive and look at life through a lens of positivity and through a lens of gratefulness, otherwise looking at life as I'm losing, I'm a loser, this isn't working for me. But being more aware that every situation that you go through can be a winning situation if you take lessons from it. And then we have the Knight of Wands on Sunday, December 19. And I can't help but think about how my friend Wendy Bones, who's Priestess Justice here on YouTube, how she thinks of the Knight of Wands as her superhero card. And the Knight of Wands is someone for me who, yes, can be like a superhero, somebody who's not afraid to go out there and save the world and make changes in the world, but also somebody who's very eager to get through difficulties, who's eager to face a struggle, face a difficult situation, and do so with passion and determination. So let's go over these cards one by one for the week. So Monday, December 13, like I said, we have the Moon card number 18 of the Major Arcana, and you see there's a witch here flying under the power of the full moon, and there's a cat looking into the reflection in the water and seeing a jaguar. So there is a lot of potent energy for becoming who you want to becoming who you envision yourself as being, using magic, using the energy of the celestial bodies like the moon to discover yourself on a deeper level, to really discover yourself in a deeper way. So I feel like Monday, December 13 with the Moon card almost feels like the High Priestess, where it's like tapping into an energy that is otherworldly. So I do feel like there's a lot of psychic energy going on Monday, December 13 with the Moon, and a lot of power to also find solace in music, find solace in a romantic partnership, or even just finding solace within yourself and discovering yourself to a greater extent. There's a lot of energy for self-awareness on Monday, December 13 with the Moon card, but there's also that energy of like shadow work and seeing yourself in it through a darker lens, through more of a dimly lit lens. And yeah, I guess that's it. Just feeling a little bit more dark, a little bit more magical, a little bit more powerful when it comes to who you are and what you want to become. So Tuesday, December 14, we have the Four of Swords, which is why I said that there's energy for rest this week, because the Four of Swords is like putting down your sword, putting your mind at rest, and just taking in the energy of the Four of Swords, the energy of meditation, the energy of rest. Again, I do feel like there's a lot of magic with the Four of Swords on Tuesday, December 14, because it kind of reminds me of Sleeping Beauty and that energy of being in a lull, in some sort of fantastical sleep, and waiting for the right opportunity, excuse me, the right person to come in and wake you from that sleep. Excuse me. Where's my coffee? Hopefully that'll do it. Sorry about that. So Tuesday, December 14 with the Four of Swords. I do feel like there's a lot of magic this week. I don't know why, but the tarot is a magical tool, and it's a good day for just putting your mind at rest, putting your cares to the side, tapping into the general energy of the Four of Swords, and allowing yourself to just rest and enjoy your downtime, and enjoy that time that you have to just allow your mind to be put at ease. You know, here the swords are kind of like they're put away for the night, you know, and she's just in a relaxed state. And there's also that energy from meditation and doing meditations where you can tap into otherworldly things because your body is at rest. And it's kind of like when you do astral travel, when your body is at rest and your spirit or your soul can kind of leave your body and transcend to other dimensions. The Four of Swords kind of feels like that with this woman at rest, where it's like you can be out of your body at this point. You don't have to feel like you're grounded to the earth, but you are doing earth magic because you're using your body as a vessel to hold yourself, tether yourself to the earth while your spirit goes to other places or discovers new places. And on Wednesday, December 15, we have the Seven of Cups, which feels to me like a witch who has a bunch of herbs and a bunch of jars of herbs, and each herb is a specific herb for a specific intention. And these bubbles here in the Seven of Cups card kind of remind me of like a witch who has an apothecary of herbs, and what she wants to create through the herbs, through the magic of the herbs, she can create because she has all that option, or he has all that option there, or they have all that option. They have all that option of who they want, what they want to bring to life through their magic and through their choices. So Wednesday, December 15 with the Seven of Cups, I feel like it's a very good day for kind of using the many opportunities that you have to kind of create what you want to create. I feel like the energy is very bounteous for just like tapping into any sort of feelings you want to feel, tapping into any sort of situations that you want to further understand, maybe doing a little bit of research in different areas of life. But like it could also mean the Seven of Cups could also mean like the full deck of cards in a tarot deck, where it's like you pick the energy that you want to see take place on Wednesday, December 15 with the Seven of Cups. Thursday, December 16, we have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is so knowledgeable when it comes to the different emotions that a human or an animal or a living being can experience, because the King of Cups has that vast understanding, that vast experience with all the emotions. But the King of Cups is also very composed. When you think about somebody who is feeling emotional, you think of somebody, I do at least think of somebody who's a little bit shaky, a little bit uncertain, a little bit flustered. But the King of Cups is somebody who knows how to view the emotions that he is experiencing and yet keep his cool, keep his calm, keep his or her collective, because he or she or they are the king. He or she or they are kind of like above, but it's not above in the sense that they feel arrogant, but above in the sense that they can control what they are experiencing emotion-wise. So the energy is very stable on Thursday, December 16, with the King of Cups, but it's also an energy of being able to feel a lot of different things. I also feel like if you're an empath, you will be able to really tap into that empathetic understanding of how people around you are feeling. And of course, the King of Cups is there to make the king is the king because he's supposed to be a ruler who rules sovereignly. So when you think of a king, you think of somebody who's on their throne because they've done something well. They've exceeded the responsibilities that they need to exceed, and they've learned maybe as they've been passed down the throne, but they've learned as they were growing up by watching their father be the king, that how to be a good king themselves. So the King of Cups is almost like you can tap into how other people are feeling, but you also respect the feelings and you don't take them as your own and start to feel hurt or saddened or upset because of what you're feeling, other people's feeling. But the King of Cups can also really assure somebody that they're doing okay. So it's a good day with the King of Cups on Thursday, December 16, to have that conversation, like we were talking about conversation with the Gemini full moon coming up. But have a conversation, a deep conversation with somebody where you can really help them figure out what they're feeling and really make them feel at ease with themselves and what they're feeling. So Friday, December 17, we have the World card number 21, the World, and it's in reverse. And the World is the last major arcana card in the series of cards for the major arcana, starting with the Fool and ending with the World. And it's about the Fool's journey coming to a close, but this card is upside down. So it's about tying up loose ends in your life. It's about closing off the chapter that no longer serves you, that no longer needs to continue to be written, and really focusing on your own life, because this World card is in reverse. It's not so much about focusing on the big picture and everyone around you. It's more so focusing on the little picture and how you in your own world are functioning and what you can close off the chapter to, because the world is the end of a cycle. It's the end of a long journey of getting to a point where now you can say that it's over now. The world is my oyster. I feel comfortable with what I've learned. I feel comfortable with the journey that I've gone through. And so with this World card in reverse is like you're saying goodbye to a chapter that is finished, and maybe even a book that is finished and now ready to start a new chapter or a new book. So that's the energy for Friday, December 17. Saturday, December 18, we have the Five of Swords. I hope that you don't have to tap into the energy of the Five of Swords, because it can be quite exasperating and quite discouraging. But remember, if you do have any discouragement that you're going through on Saturday, December 18, with the full moon in Gemini, just remember that it's all about the lens that you see the world through. Because in this card, we have a woman who's crying, but we also have a woman who's really in awe and using her power to control the swords, control her mind. So there's a strong energy with the Five of Swords on Saturday, December 18, to really learn how to change your lens, change your viewpoint, see something from the glass half full perspective rather than the glass half empty perspective, and really use the magic of the full moon, if you can, to really understand how you create magic and how you are able to affect the world around you, to have an influence on the world around you. And lastly, Sunday, December 19, we have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands here kind of does look like a superhero card, actually, but thanks to my friend Wendy for kind of putting that thought in my head about the Knight of Wands. But it's almost like we have a dragon here. It kind of could feel like this Knight of Wands is going to fight the dragon, but it could also be that the dragon is doing something to stop a volcano, and the Knight of Wands is the friend of the dragon and is going to help with his magic wand to put to stop the volcano from erupting and maybe destroying the city below. So there is a lot of energy for superhero action, for, you know, diving into a situation where you know you can help, diving into a situation where you know you can make a difference, using the passion that drives you, using the heart that you have to really feel love for people around you and helping people out. Maybe you could even be doing some Christmas shopping on Sunday, December 19, and really using the money that you make or the resources that you have through working hard to give to people during the holiday season. I don't know why I feel like shopping is something that people will be doing Sunday, December 19, but I guess it's part of, like, when you want to give a gift to somebody, it's like you're giving a part of yourself because you're thinking about what that person will like, and you're thinking about how that person will receive the gift and how happy you will be that they will be feeling grateful and thankful and excited about what you will be giving them. I just want to draw one more oracle card as an overall message for the week, the cards that we got during the week. We had Earth Magic for Justice, the Nine of Wands, and the Three of Swords. I don't see any, like, besides the Five of Swords, which you could easily change by changing your viewpoint, which doesn't always come that easily, but if you know that you can change your lens and that things will be better, at least you're aware that on Saturday, December 18, with the Five of Swords, you're aware that it's something that you have control over. But we had the Justice card, the Nine of Wands, and the Three of Swords as underlying energy, like struggles that you're going through, boundaries that you've put up that you need to maintain, and speaking your truth and finding that balance and remembering that you are part of the earth and that you can create magic through your body. But let's get an oracle card for the cards that we drew from Monday to Sunday. Universe, give me the right oracle card, please. Oh, wow. Okay. We got 3. I asked for oracle cards. I got oracle cards. Hibernation and regeneration, which is what the world in the Northern Hemisphere is going through right now. Hibernation and regeneration. Rebirth and reinvention, which is what the Southern Hemisphere is going through right now. Rebirth and reinvention. So here we have the Northern Hemisphere represented through hibernation, regeneration, and we have the Southern here represented by rebirth and reinvention. And then the card that we have to unite the whole world is air magic. So we had earth magic, and now we have air magic. And the full moon is in the sign of Gemini, and Gemini is an air sign. So I think what this card here, air magic, is reminding us of is that we can use the magic, the rays of the moon, the energy of the Gemini full moon to really make magic through the communication that we have with people. Remember that the words that you put out there have the power to harm or to heal. And I think it's very important to remember that during this time when the full moon will be in Gemini, and we can already feel the power of the full moon in Gemini coming in. So remember to use your body, to use your words, to develop loving, relationships with people, to develop a loving community around you, to further the health of the individuals that you speak to use your words kindly, to think before you speak, to understand the energy behind your words and whether or not that those words will be of benefit to people. But also with the Nine of Wands card, to really make sure that you have made your boundaries clear to people, and that you may experience an underlying energy of sadness, but it's not abnormal to feel that, because we're still working through the earth and finding our truth and finding our justice in the world around us. So I hope this was a helpful reading for you. If it was, be sure to leave a comment down below or to leave this video a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate having you here. Remember to honor yourself, honor the full moon in Gemini that's coming up, honor where you're at in life, and really find your magic, find your truth, and tap into the potential that you have. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.